Hi guys! Welcome to our channel. If you haven't been here before, we are the Gamer Girls, and today we are going to be giving our final and best Tears of the Kingdom theories, seeing how the game comes out on Friday. So let's dive in! The first thing we're going to talk about in this video is Sidon. In this clip, even though it's really hard to see, we can see that Sidon is actually wearing some sort of crown. This crown is very similar to King Dorephan's crown. If this crown is in fact King Dorephan's, then how did Sidon get it? Did something happen to King Dorephan, forcing Sidon to become King of the Zoras? In the second trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, Ganondorf tells his monsters to go and leave no survivors. Perhaps Ganondorf's monsters go after the leaders of each tribe, and sadly succeed at annihilating them. If this theory turns out to be true, then it would make sense on why Sidon would have a crown.
Let's move on to Ganondorf. When we see Ganondorf in the first trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, we can see that he's nothing but a living skeleton. But in the final trailer, we can see that he has skin and eyes. Maybe Ganondorf went to the Shrine of Resurrection, which restored him to his former glory. That would make sense, seeing how, in Breath of the Wild, Zelda sent Link to the Shrine of Resurrection to heal his wounds. It would be pretty ironic if Ganondorf used the same healing method that Link did when Calamity Ganon fatally injured him. But let's go back to when Ganondorf said, "Leave no survivors." He might have meant killing the leader of each race in Hyrule. If his monsters did kill King Dorephan, what would stop them from killing the other leaders? Ganondorf probably sent his monsters to kill the leader of each race so he could dominate all their land and all the inhabitants in them. Killing the leaders of each race might explain why we don't see Yunobo or Teba in any of the trailers for Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe they had to take on the role as the leaders of the Gorons and Rito, if their previous ones fell to Ganondorf's army of monsters. Speaking of Teba, why is Tulin flying beside Link instead of him? We can't say that if he's the leader of the Rito that he's too busy to fight, because both Riju and Sidon are fighting. What we do know is Teba was badly injured during the attack on the divine beast Vaughn Meadow. Maybe that fight injured him badly enough that he was no longer able to fight. Even if Teba isn't one of the main characters in Tears of the Kingdom, I do hope we get to see him in the game.
This topic might seem strange, but let's talk about the Great Plateau in Breath of the Wild. There's rumors going around that Nintendo is going to merge the three Zelda timelines together in Tears of the Kingdom. There's also rumors that Nintendo is going to go with a time loop theory. For those of you who don't know what that is, allow me to explain. They are going to make it so Tears of the Kingdom ends where Skyward Sword begins. Now, let's go back to the Great Plateau. If they are going with the time loop theory, then the Great Plateau might play a bigger role in the story than you may think. During the prologue in Skyward Sword, Fi explains that Hylia, during the fight with Demise, sent an island into the sky and called it Skyloft. Maybe, if they are going to do the time loop, the Great Plateau is what Hylia turned into Skyloft.
People have been questioning Zelda's location in Tears of the Kingdom and her state of well-being, but we think that we figured it out. We aren't sure how long Tears of the Kingdom takes place after Breath of the Wild, but we know that prior to the events of the game, Zelda has a tear. When she falls into the pit, we can see something glowing from her pocket. This tear might be the recalled tear, which recalled her back in time to when Hylia fought Demise, or when the Zonai were around. It would make sense if that was the case. Because in this clip we can see that Link has a tear, Link could also use the recall ability from his new arm. Maybe these tears give Link different abilities for him to use. Anyway, back to Zelda. We can see in this clip two spinning gears that are smaller but very reminiscent to the Gates of Time in Skyward Sword. 2 gears and 2 Gates of Time. Just a coincidence? It appears though, just like Link in Breath of the Wild, that Zelda has lost her memories. Maybe during these scenes with Zelda, seeing how Link isn't present, we will be able to finally play as her and have to recollect all her memories, just like with Link.
Alright, we had to save the craziest theory for last. We have been analyzing the character art for all of the characters in the new game when we noticed something strange about one in particular. In this drawing of Ganondorf, the tear on his head is red, but in this drawing it is more of a purple. Does the red tear turn purple after possibly being corrupted by malice? If we are going with the new Six Sages theory, which we also made a video on, link in the description, then would this make Ganondorf the new Shadow Sage? If the fire tear was consumed by malice, would that turn it from fire to shadow? Ganondorf in his new character art is seen holding a katana. Katanas are very commonly used by the Sheikah tribe, and every Shadow Sage in the past has been a member of the Sheikah. Is this just a coincidence, or did Nintendo do this purposely? We will find out later this week. We hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more of your favorite gaming content. See you again soon. Bye!